So you're thinking about moving to East Tennessee. Smart. But before you pack one single box, you'll need to know something that the pretty Instagram reels and the Chamber of Commerce brochures are not going to tell you about. The weather. It's stunning, and it will absolutely catch you off guard. I'm Heidi Hines, and I literally moved here from Charlotte, drove an RV through the Smokies, fell in love, and never left. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through every single season in East Tennessee, what it actually feels like, what you actually need, and yes, what the weather is going to do to your moving plans if you're not ready for it. We're talking snow on the mountain and 65 degrees in the valley on the same day, spring wildfires that make grown adults cry, summers that are genuinely better than where you're coming from, and fall foliage that I'm convinced is the actual reason God made East Tennessee. Stick with me, this is going to be a good one. Real quick, if this is your first time on the channel, welcome. I'm Heidi Hines, and this is Living in Gatlinburg TN, where I cover everything about living, working, playing, and yes, relocating to this absolutely gorgeous corner of the world. Hit the subscribe button and tap the bell so you're the first to know when I drop new videos about life in East Tennessee. And if you're already in research mode, already thinking seriously about making a move, scroll down to the pinned comment. My number is right there. Call me, text me, email me, shoot me a message. I actually pick up. Let's figure out together if East Tennessee is the right fit for you. All right, let's talk weather. Here's what most people know or think they know about Tennessee weather before they move. It's the South, so it's hot. That's about it. And look, I get it. I came from Charlotte, North Carolina. I thought I knew southern weather. Humid summers, mild winters, the occasional ice storm that shuts everything down for 48 hours while people buy out every loaf of bread and milk in a 30-mile radius. East Tennessee is different, and I mean that in the best possible way. The reason is these mountains, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, isn't just pretty. It creates its own weather system, literally. The elevation changes here are dramatic, and you can be in Sevierville at 900 feet above sea level and drive 45 minutes into the Smokies to Newfound Gap at over 5,000 feet. And those two places are living in completely different climates on the same afternoon. What that means for you as someone thinking about living here is that East Tennessee has actual, genuine, beautiful four seasons, not the fake four seasons you might be used to where fall lasts 3 weeks and winter is just a slightly grayer version of fall. We get real seasons here, and I'm going to take you through every single one of them, what they look like, what they feel like, and what I personally love and don't love about each one, because I want you coming here with your eyes wide open. Let's start with spring, because honestly, spring in East Tennessee might be the most underrated season in the entire country. Yep, I said what I said. Spring runs roughly March through May. March brings daytime highs from the upper 40s to the low 60s. April is gorgeous, 60s and low 70s, some days reaching 75. And by May, you're comfortably in the 70s. East Tennessee spring is moody. You might wear a coat in the morning, you might sunbathe at noon, or you might use an umbrella at 3. But whatever, keep a light jacket in your car from February through April, and consider that your orientation gift from me. East Tennessee is one of the wetter parts of the Southeast. April especially, you'll see about 4 to 5 inches of rain per month. But this is not the Pacific Northwest gray drizzle all day. It's Tennessee rain. It comes hard, it moves fast, and it moves on. A spring afternoon thunderstorm with lightning over the ridgeline of the Smokies, it's one of the more dramatic and beautiful things you'll experience. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park hosts the largest display of spring wildflowers in the eastern United States. Over 1,500 species of flowering plants, lady slippers, fire pinks, bloodroot. It's beautiful. The trails look like someone scattered paint across the forest floor. And that peak runs late March through mid-May, depending on the elevation. Here are a few packing tips. Layers, always layers. A waterproof rain jacket is non-negotiable if you're going to be outdoors. Temperatures can swing 20 degrees in a single day in March and April. Okay, summer. I want to address the thing that makes people nervous about moving to any part of the South, the heat. Is East Tennessee hot in the summer? Yes. Is it the kind of oppressive, soul-crushing step outside and immediately regret it heat of Nashville, Atlanta, or Houston? Absolutely not. The reason, again, is the mountains. Average highs in Gatlinburg run around 85 to 88 degrees. Sevierville and valley areas can hit the low 90s on your hottest days. But here's the game changer. When it's 90 in Pigeon Forge, I can drive 30 minutes up into the park and it's 70 degrees on the trail. Clingman's Dome and Newfound Gap regularly stay in the 60s, even on the hottest summer days. All right, I won't lie to you, there is humidity, but it's nothing like coastal Carolina or Florida. The mountain air moderates it significantly. Summer afternoons bring thunderstorms, and they can be intense. The mountains supercharge connective storms. They build fast and hit hard. If you're hiking in the park, be off exposed ridges and summits by noon. Check the weather before you head out. A sunny morning can turn into a serious electrical storm by 2 p.m. And with that said, a summer thunderstorm rolling across the valley from your porch with a cold drink in hand, that's one of life's finer moments. And I speak from experience. East Tennessee, Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Sevierville is one of the most visited tourism destinations in the country. The Smokies are the most visited national park in America. Summer is peak tourist season. Traffic on the parkway in July is real. Locals learn the back roads, the off-peak hours, and the local spots tourists don't know about yet. I'll teach you all of this. Things you don't expect. Swimming holes, tubing on the Little Pigeon River, white water rafting, waterfalls, Laurel Falls, Abraham Falls, Rainbow Falls. Summer evenings in downtown Gatlinburg where tourists thin out and the fireflies come out and the mountains turn purple in the dusk. Oh, it's gorgeous. Fall. Okay, I've been building this. Fall in East Tennessee is not a season, it's an event. The Great Smoky Mountains are home to one of the most spectacular fall foliage displays in the world. Not the country, I said the world, and I don't say that casually. The Smokies have over 100 species of trees, which means your fall palette is layered and incredibly rich. Red maples, yellow birches, orange sourwoods, burgundy dogwoods. The colors start at the highest elevations in late September and slowly cascade down the mountain slopes, I'd say through late October and into November. And at peak, you're looking at mountains that look like they're literally on fire. Peak typically runs through October, early November, depending on elevation, which means you get essentially a month of spectacular fall color moving like a slow wave down the mountain. You'll see temperatures of highs in the 60s to lows in the 70s through October, cool, crisp mornings, real sweater weather, low humidity, perfect hiking weather, perfect porch weather, perfect every kind of outdoor activity weather, just perfect. October in Gatlinburg is one of the busiest tourism months of the year. Traffic can be significant. If you're driving into the park on a weekend in mid-October, go early. I mean 7 a.m. early. You'll thank me. But here's what I tell people. You're a resident. You can go on a Tuesday morning in early October when the tourists are still at work and you'll have those trails nearly to yourself. That's the privilege of actually living here. Fall is a surprisingly active real estate season because so many buyers visit in October, fall in love with the area and start calling agents like me shortly after. It's that journey if you came for leaf season and now you're watching YouTube videos at midnight trying to figure out how to make this move happen. I see you. I was you. Call me. The valley communities such as Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, the residential areas have genuinely mild winters compared to most of the country. Average highs in Sevierville run 47 to 52 degrees. You'll have cold stretches where temps drop to the teens at night, but consistently bitter, prolonged cold, that's not really the deal here. Snow does happen in the lowland areas. Typically, a few events per winter with an inch or two, maybe 3. Usually enough to be beautiful, not usually enough to be a major disruption, as long as you're prepared. The higher elevations are a completely different story. Mount LeConte, it's just above Gatlinburg. It averages about 100 inches of snow per winter. Klingman's Dome Road closes every winter from December through March. If you're in a cabin or home above 2,000 to 3,000 feet, and many people are, you need a four-wheel drive. I live in Cosby, which sits in a valley at the base of a mountain. We get more weather than Sevierville. It's a little colder, a little more snow accumulation, but it's absolutely manageable with the right vehicle and mindset, of course. But I love looking up in the morning and seeing snow up on top of the mountains. When we get freezing rain, which happens a handful of times each winter, it matters. The mountain roads ice fast and they're steep. Schools close, people stay home. This doesn't last long and doesn't happen constantly. But have your pantry reasonably stocked and don't try to be the hero driving on a glazed mountain road. Stay home, make soup, and watch the mountains turn into a winter wonderland from your window. Snow in the Smokies is beautiful. White-coated hemlocks, frozen waterfalls, the park, quiet and wild in a way summer never gets. Trails that are packed in October are completely empty in January. If you move here and experience Christmas in Gatlinburg, you're going to understand immediately why people drive hours to see it. Over 3 million lights, the Winter Magic Light Display, craftsman fairs. It's so festive, it's beautiful. So let's talk about what you actually need here. Good all-wheel drive or a four-wheel drive vehicle if you're above 1,500 feet elevation. You need firewood, good coat, actual hiking capable boots, and the willingness to treat a snow day like it's a gift. Let me give you the piece of East Tennessee weather puzzle that nobody talks about, but that really matters when you're buying a home here. Elevation and microclimates. This place is not flat. Nothing is flat. Where your home sits in relation to the mountains, the ridge lines, the valley floors will materially affect your weather experience. A home at 800 feet in Sevierville will have a fundamentally different winter than a cabin at 3,500 feet on a ridgeline above Cosby or Wares Valley. We're talking 15 to 20 degrees different on a cold day. We're talking snow that the valley never saw. When I'm working with buyers, this is one of the conversations I always have. What kind of winter are you actually prepared for? Do you have a four-wheel drive? Do you want to be accessible year-round? Are you buying a full-time residence or a vacation property where winter access matters less? These questions have real answers that affect which communities, which elevations, and which properties are right for you. If you're buying a short-term rental and East Tennessee is an incredible short-term rental market, elevation views and seasonality are part of your revenue calculation. This is exactly the kind of nuanced conversations I love having with buyers because it's not just about finding a pretty house, it's about finding the right property for the life you actually want to live here. So there you have it. East Tennessee weather, start to finish, every season, the stunning parts, the real parts, and then nobody told me about freezing rain on a mountain road part. Here's what I want you to take away from this. East Tennessee has some of the most beautiful, livable weather in the entire country. The four seasons are genuine and gorgeous. The mountains moderate the summer heat in a way that makes it really tolerable. The falls are a legitimate bucket list experience you're going to get to live inside. And winter, even at its most dramatic, is manageable and honestly, kind of magical. If this video has got you thinking more seriously about making a move here, that is exactly what I'm here for. My name is Heidi Hines. I'm a local realtor here, and I specialize in helping people relocate to East Tennessee. Buyers, sellers, investors, people who came here for the weekend and never entirely left. The link to book a Zoom call with me is in the description, so is my direct number, and I actually pick up the phone, I actually respond, and I will give you an honest picture of this market. Not just the pretty parts, but the real information you need to make a great decision. Before you go, if this video was helpful, please hit the thumbs up, drop a comment, and tell me which season are you most excited about? Because I read every single comment and I love to hear from you. I'm Heidi Hines, and I'll see you in the next one. And hey, welcome to Tennessee. I'll see you in the Smokies. I think you're going to love it here.